Confused as to what happened because there was supposed to be one test on day 1 of your arrival and then on day 5, and I felt so bad because that meant I couldn't do the dive with her. Good morning guys, and today I have my second PCR test. Actually it's my third one, but the second one in Phuket. What happened today, or actually yesterday, was the fact that I met up with a girl from couchsurfing called Emma, and then we arranged to sign up for scuba diving together. So we met yesterday, we went to the diving center, we signed up for scuba diving, we pay, we arranged the date, we arranged the pickup from the hotel, transport for today basically. And then we leave the diving center and Emma is like talking about the third PCR test, so the second one in Phuket that you have to do supposedly on day 5. And that was only my second full day in Phuket, so I wasn't really thinking much about the test. But she asked me when mine was, and I was like, I'm not sure, I think it's in a few days, but let me check. I checked, and it is today. Confused as to what happened because there was supposed to be one test on day 1 of your arrival and then on day 5, but mine are only 3 days apart, so it's very confusing. But I didn't book my test, Royal Vacation did. My test is at 10:30 and it's actually just gone 10. So have to leave soon because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going, and even though it's not far from here, it's only about a 10-minute walk. I just want to make sure I can find the place because it's not so obvious. But I realized that and I felt so bad because that meant I couldn't do the dive with her. I was very excited also, I really wanted to join her, like we've planned it. But Emma said, don't worry, we'll just go back to the diving center and explain them the situation. And to be honest, the lady there was so lovely, so supportive. She tried to call in the test center, and she also called in my hotel to ask whether they can rebook my test for earlier or later. Genuinely, I feel like people in Thailand are so supportive and just lovely. Like she didn't have to, I technically already paid for my diving course, and she went all out of her way to try to rebook my PCR test. Turns out I cannot rebook it, I have to attend the one that I have already booked. And she said it's not a problem, we'll just reschedule you two, so me and Emma, for another day, so the next day. So actually tomorrow we are going scuba diving, and today I'm going to do my test. And then I feel like I'm meeting up with Sandy later. She's leaving Phuket tomorrow to go to Bangkok, so I think we're going to have a day out today after my test. Would I recommend coming to Thailand at these times when the restrictions are still in place? So there's a lot of regulations and a lot of tests. Actually, unless I have like a terrible experience today, which fingers crossed I won't, I will still recommend it 100%. Like I said to you, the PCR test on arrival was very quick and easy, and to be honest it didn't bother me whatsoever. Also the taxi transport to this hotel was also really well organized, and actually to some degree it made the life easier because it forces you to get everything organized. I think this test is more unfortunate because essentially you do waste half a day. Also depending on the timing of your test, I suppose, but you do waste half a day of not doing much because you have to go to your test, which sucks, especially for people who are staying in Thailand only for, let's say, 7 or 10 days. I'm staying here longer, so I don't mind too much, but I can see why it would be frustrating. It was a bit frustrating for me also because I had this diving planned and then I couldn't attend. But I'm not complaining because I am staying here long enough, but I still think it's worth it. I think to be here. I actually think it's bad from the financial perspective. So the tests are expensive, you know, all these special hotel facilities, special COVID taxis, they are expensive. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and let's go to get tested. This place is impossible to find. There's no address, I'm already late. And I've asked several people and they tried to explain to me the directions, but it's still a bit confusing. Like you have to go into that multi-story car park And it's on like the second floor or something. After great struggle, I found it, but the queue is very long and there's so many people and different levels. Also, I'm on level 3, but yeah, they should definitely make it easier to find this place. At least give like a proper address. There's so many people here, it's mental. So yeah, I'm just gonna go wait in the queue for By the way guys, just so you know, it's best to bring a photocopy of your passport with you. If you don't bring a photocopy of your passport, then they have to make a photocopy for you for $5. And you also need a photocopy of your receipt for the test, which I did have. I just don't have the photocopy of my passport. And yeah, don't forget to bring your passport. Thank you. Okay, I'm done. I haven't gotten a receipt or anything though, or any confirmation, which makes me slightly worried. That center was a little confusing, so I'm not sure if I haven't missed the last step. But at least I've done the test, I suppose. I don't know, I just hope I'm in their records somewhere. So actually, despite it being very busy, the whole process took like half an hour, which I don't think is too bad. I think once again, they are pretty quick and they're very kind to you. This is the center that this swab center is labeled at, but it's actually across the road and it's all the way around, especially from my hotel, where my hotel is based. You would think this shopping center should have an entrance also from the other side, the other road. So it's not obvious whatsoever, they don't make it easy.